Hey everybody, in ESL2 class, it's me again. I'm Pam. I'm your English teacher for this summer's 5-week course. We are on our third week right now, and I want to welcome you back. I'm glad you came. I am excited to share this week's lesson with you because it is building on what we've already learned. So last week we talked about present tense and some past tense words, verbs, and also in the regular form. This week we are adding in something a little bit harder, but you know what? I realized when I was going back through my notes, you have already learned this. If you were in my Front Runners ESL class with me back this past winter break from January through March that we were meeting, we ended with the present continuous form. So we're going to look at that again today. And I've got some great slides for you to practice with. I'm going to challenge you to see if you remember what we've learned. And it's got some great photos to go with it to help you like look at the picture and decide what we're talking about. And I really, really think this is a great lesson for you. So I'm glad you came back. Thanks for being with me today. And if you're ready, I'm ready too. So let's get started. I'm going to go ahead and start from the beginning. So like I said, we are practicing with regular and irregular verbs in the present continuous, and past tenses. So here it is. What do we mean by the present continuous? Well, all that means is that the verb tense indicates that the action happening is actually happening right now, it's frequently, and it may continue to happen in the future. We will have to add the helping verb of am, is, and are, along with the main verb in the participle form, which just means the ing. So let's look at the word walk, andar. I know, I know we looked at this last time, so we're continuing to use it as our example, but here we are. I am walking. You are walking. He, she, or it is walking. We are walking, and they or you all are walking. Okay, not too bad. We can do this. I know you've seen this before. So what I've done is created several slides for you to practice, and let's see how we do. Notice too that helping verb here in the front is changing based on the subject pronoun that we're using. So it is am, are, and is for the singular forms, but then in the plural forms, it stays with are across the board on all of these. Okay, so in the I form, it would be in the present, I wash my hands before dinner. And here you see the picture of the little boy washing his hands. In present continuous, it is I am washing my hands before dinner. And notice that I've highlighted the am because that's that part we're adding in. And then I washed my hands before dinner. Now, last time we learned with that past tense, we add the ed. So that's all we're doing to this main verb of washed. Let's keep going. For you wash your hands before dinner. You are washing your hands before dinner. Notice the switch here. It's are for you and it's am for I. And then finally, you washed your hands before dinner. If we were to use he, she, or it as our subject pronouns, it would be he washes his hands before dinner. He is washing his hands before dinner. And he washed his hands before dinner. Great. Okay, well, we just covered all the singular pronouns. Let's take a look at the plural pronouns and what that looks like. So with the plural pronoun we wash our hands before dinner. We are washing our hands before dinner. And we washed our hands before dinner. Not bad. Let's move on to the they. pronoun. Here we are, our final one. They wash their hands before dinner. They are washing their hands before dinner. And finally, they washed their hands before dinner. All right, so you now have seen all the examples using the present, present continuous, and the past tense of words and the subject pronouns with their verbs. So now let's challenge you and see what it looks like for our practice. We're going to take a look at the beginning, just regular verbs. Here is an image of someone on the phone. Okay, so let's see what sentences we can create with the present. So, I answer the phone at the office. So what do you think the present continuous form would be? I am answering the phone at the office. Correct. Good. What about past? Yes. I answered the phone at the office. Good job. Let's try another example. So here's a mailman delivering mail. The present tense would be, I deliver the mail for every home on Woodlawn Avenue. Okay, that's present. Let's take a look at the present continuous. What would that be? Good. I am delivering the mail for every home on Woodlawn Avenue. What about the past? Correct. I delivered the mail for every home on Woodlawn Avenue. Great. Let's move on to the U form. Let's see what we have for U form. So here is a young man shaking hands, accepting a job. So let's see what that looks like. You accept the job offer from the company. Okay, that's present tense. What would present continuous be? Good. You are accepting the job offer from the company. And let's look at the past tense. You accepted the job from the company. Nice. Okay, let's move on to another example. Here is a young woman changing a tire. The present form would be, she changes the tire for her mom. What would present continuous be? Yes, she is changing the tire for her mom. And finally, she changed the tire for her mom in the past tense. Good job. Let's keep going. Here's a young boy, a little boy, kicking the soccer ball. Let's see what we have for our sentence. In the present form, he kicks the ball to the goal. He kicks the ball to the goal. He is kicking the ball to the goal. And he kicked the ball to the goal. Good job. Let's look at our next sentence. Oh, I love this picture. There's a lot of women having fun, laughing with each other. They must be good friends. So let's look at our sentence. We laugh with our friends at the party. Okay, present tense. What do you think present continuous would be? We are laughing with our friends at the party. Good. And the past? Yes. We laughed with our friends at the party. Good job. Let's move on to the they form. Here we are. Let's see. Oh, it's another we form. Never mind. We gather at my mom's house for every Christmas holiday. Okay, present tense. I love that picture too. Okay, we are gathering at my mom's house for the Christmas holiday. Okay, present continuous. Past tense would be what? Good. We gathered at my mom's house for every Christmas holiday. Nice. Very good. Let's see our next example. Now, this is an image of an award ceremony and people are clapping. And I believe we're using the they form. So let's see what we have here. They clap for the winner of the award. Okay, present form. They are clapping for the winner of the award. Good. Present continuous. What would be the past tense? They clapped for the winner of the award. Now keep in mind, the main verb is clap, but because it is a short sound vowel and it's a short word, we have to double that P when we're adding ing and adding that ed. So that's why you're seeing that extra P there for the spelling of that word. Okay, let's move on. Oh, isn't that cute? These little girls are balancing on a beam that's probably out in the playground. So let's take a look at the present tense of that word. The girls balance on the beam at the playground. Girls is like saying they, okay? So keep that in mind. So the girls, they balance on the beam at the playground. So what would present continuous be? Yes, good job. The girls are balancing on the beam at the playground. And then the past, the girls balanced on the beam at the playground. Good job. Notice that the spelling of this, when we're adding that ing, we drop that e to add the ing. And then here on balance, we're only using one of the e's to add the ed in. So that's how you spell balanced. All right. Now, one final picture. I believe this is the last one in our regular section of regular tense verbs. The family travels to Florida by airplane. Very nice. Good. The family travels to Florida. How would I say the present continuous? The family is traveling to Florida by airplane. In the past, the family traveled to Florida by airplane. Very good. Now, here's the thing. Family, although it's a group of people, is really singular in the idea because it's one family. So that's why we're using the is form for traveling versus a group like we. They are traveling. We wouldn't say the family are traveling. That's not correct. It would be the family is traveling because it's singular in the idea that it's one family, even though there's a lot of people in it. Okay, that was a great job. We're moving on because now it's getting just a little bit harder, but I know you're interested in knowing about irregular verbs too. So let's take a look at our examples for an irregular verb. Here is a young woman eating at a restaurant. So the verb I'm using here is eat. So let's see what present form would look like. I eat lunch each day at a local cafe. Good. That's great. Let's take a look at what present continuous would be. I am eating lunch at the local cafe. Good. I am eating. Right. And then the past, this is where that verb eat changes to an irregular form. Are you ready? I ate lunch at a local cafe. Good. All right. I know that they don't look anything alike, but that's how we say eat in the past. I ate lunch. All right. Let's take a look at another example. Here's a young student drawing a face on paper for an art class, let's say. So let's see what our sentence looks like. You draw the face on the paper for art class. You draw. Okay. What about if I had to use a present continuous form? What would I use? Yes, you are drawing the face on the paper for art class. Very good. Now, draw is an irregular verb. So how would I say draw in the past form? You drew the face on the paper for art class. Very good. Notice how it changes from draw with the A to drew. Drew. You drew on the face. You drew the face on the paper for art class. Good. I know it's a little different, but that's our irregular form for that verb. Let's move on. Ooh, gift giving. I like that. So that means she's giving a gift, right, to a friend. So let's see what that sentence looks like. She gives a gift to her best friend for her birthday. Nice. Okay. Well, let's look at present continuous. What does that look like? She is giving a gift to her best friend for her birthday. Okay. Now, give is an irregular verb. So how do we make give in the past form? What does that look like? Correct. She gave a gift to her best friend for her birthday. All right, good job. Let's keep going, see what other images we have. Oh, I love this picture. I just love his smile and how happy he is. Okay, so this is involving a little boy with his lunch at school, let's say. So let's see what we are going to say for present form. And we're going to call him Oscar. Oscar brings his lunch to school each day. Nice. So brings is the present form. What about present continuous? Oscar is bringing his lunch to school each day. It's like saying he. He is bringing, right? Good. Now, what about bring in the past? That's irregular. So what is that form? Do you remember? Correct. Oscar brought his lunch to school each day. Nice. Very, very good. Let's keep going now. Oh, here's a really cute dog of a picture of a dog digging, probably for its bone. So let's look at the sentence. The dog digs in the dirt under the tree for his bone. Now, the dog is a form of like it, right? The it pronoun. So that's why we say the dog digs. But if I need present continuous, what would that be? Good. The dog is digging in the dirt under the tree for his bone. And notice in digging, we've got two G's there because it's a short vowel sound, so we have to have two G's when we're adding the ending of ing. Now, if dig is irregular, what do you think the past form of dig is? Yes, the dog dug in the dirt under the tree for his bone. So digs is in the present form, but dug is in the past form. Good job. All right. Oh my goodness. Well, we've had so much rain today. It's very possible that there could have been a storm that came and knocked over a tree on a house. I know a long time ago when I lived in Florida, that happened to my house. So I hope everybody's safe from today's storm. But this image is a tree falling on a house. So let's take a look at what a sentence could look like. The tree falls on the house during the storm. Okay, that's another example of the form of it. So it falls on the house during the storm. Okay, so what would be present continuous? The tree is falling on the house during the storm. Good job. And the past, how do we say fall or falls in the past form? Yes, you're right. The tree fell on the house during the storm. Fell. Good job. Let's see here. Up here is a family traveling on an airplane again. So let's see what this sentence is about. We fly to Texas to visit our family. Good. What about present continuous? We are flying to Texas to visit our family. Nice. Good job. That's very good. And then we flew to Texas to visit our family. Very good. We flew. Look at the difference in the spelling. So we fly, F-L-Y, but in the past tense, it would be flew, F-L-E-W. Very good. Let's move on. Here's a group of friends camping. So let's see what our present form sentence looks like. They go camping by the lake during the fall. Good job. They go camping by the lake during the fall. But what would present continuous be? Yes, very nice. You knew it. They are going camping by the lake during the fall. They are going. But if go is present, what's the past form of go? Nice. They went camping by the lake during the fall. Very good. Whew, that was a lot of practice. Okay, I hope you enjoyed those sentences. I'm going to go ahead and move us now to our reading for the day. I will say that practicing our reading always helps. It introduces you to the sentence structure. It also gives you some vocabulary to look at. But today's reading is called True to Life, I'm a Teacher. I thought we'd take a look at this story today because we've talked about different professions. I know we talked about the woman, the politician from Colombia last week. We also talked about scientists who track tornadoes. This time we're going to talk about a teacher. And let's see if I can pull it up. The true to life story of a teacher. And the reason why I picked this one is because our students, our children, a lot of them are getting ready to go back to school, and it's going to be at home virtually, I know. But I want you to know how hard teachers work. I'm sure they're getting your students lessons ready. So I thought we'd just read a little bit about what a teacher does to help and practice our reading along with it. So I'm going to go ahead and use the hand cursor here on my screen that you can see me with. And I'm going to, just like we do in class, we'll read together and we'll read slowly, and we'll wrap up our lesson with this. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Let's practice reading now. When boys and girls go to school, they sit and learn from a person who is very important to each and every one of them. Their teacher does a lot of good things for them. Everybody knows that a teacher helps students learn things like math, science, reading, and writing. What some boys and girls may not understand is that teachers are also getting their students ready to live life as an adult. Teachers help kids to learn to behave the right way when in a large group of people. They also show kids that people must work hard to get what they want. Children probably would not grow up to be responsible people without the help of their teachers. Yet another thing about teachers that youngsters may not even think about is what teachers do outside of the classroom. Teachers actually do a lot of work when they are not in front of their students to make sure the students learn all the lessons in the best possible way. Erica Shields is a second grade teacher who works very hard, even when she is not inside the classroom. Her students know her as Miss Shields. They certainly appreciate all that Miss Shields teaches them, but they probably have no idea what her life is like when she is not in the school building. A lot of people, including students, think a teacher only works from 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. Ms. Shields says that is not correct at all. Let me move up the screen a little bit. On a normal school day, Ms. Shields wakes up at 7 a.m., makes herself breakfast, takes a shower, and picks out a nice outfit to wear to work. It is important to dress the right way when a person teaches, Ms. Shields explains. Teachers should look well dressed, neat, and clean. They are supposed to get a good example for the kids, and proper clothing expresses that. Okay, we're almost done. Let's do the next page. Miss Shields leaves her home for school at 8 a.m. to make sure that she is in the building at about 8:35. That is a full 25 minutes before her students arrive and the class session begins. I have to get there early to make sure I have all of my supplies ready and that the classroom is tidy. Tidy means neat, by the way, clean. Throughout the school day, Miss Shields teaches a little bit of everything. She gets a break for lunch while her students eat too. Many days she gets another break while her students go to the gym for physical education or to the library for reading time. At 3 p.m., she says goodbye to her students and drives back home. During the late afternoon and early evening, Ms. Shields has to correct and submit classwork, homework, quizzes, or tests the students may have given her during the school day. Grading all of these papers takes a long time because I have to show all of the students how to do things the right way if they got something wrong, she says. And that is only about half of what I have to do at home. Miss Shields also takes time to plan her lessons for the next day of school. Teachers have to always be prepared, she says. I never know what my students are going to ask me or what subject they might need extra help. So at night, I make sure I feel comfortable with what I am going to teach. Miss Shields will usually work between 2 and 4 extra hours at home after being at school for a little over 6 hours during the day. There have been some days where she has worked over 7 additional hours. I do all of that work because I love my students, Ms. Shields says. They need me to be ready for them every day, so I do whatever I have to do to be prepared. Okay, well, there we are. We just read a great story about a teacher named Miss Shields and what she does to prepare to be the teacher of second grade. That was a lot that we did today. We've learned some new lessons. I'm so proud of you. We really worked hard today. It's been our third time to get together. I hope you practice those sentences some more. I will be back next week. I think that format looks really good. We'll try that format again next week and we'll see what else we can add in. We did review present, present continuous, and past tense of regular and irregular verbs. We also did a short reading. I hope to see you next week. I enjoy being here with you. Be sure to practice. My email's down below here if you need anything. And if anything, tell your friends if they haven't started doing this yet, the practicing on the video. I want to know that this is helping you. If you have suggestions, just let me know. We'll see you next week, everybody. Thanks for coming today.